When I think of my early film influences, I think one of the most undeniable is YouTube. Because as much as I loved Forrest Gump as a kid, I never watched Forrest Gump and thought, okay, great, let's go grab my dad's camera and we can make Forrest Gump right now. You know, I never thought like, if I do that, I'll be able to post it and garner an audience and garner views. But being around for the birth of YouTube was so encouraging because with channels like Ryan Higa and Smosh, you saw people making stuff no different than what you make with your friends. You know, they're grabbing their camera, making each other laugh, and somehow we now have this platform where that thing is shareable and that thing is consumable and that thing is entertaining as anything else. And that was such an exciting thing to see as a kid because I'm already making these funny, goofy home videos. And to think that there's a way for that to be more than that was so enticing and so exciting and so encouraging. And all throughout high school, up through college, just time and time again, I kept realizing I'm more influenced by YouTube. I'm watching these YouTube people and, you know, Mystery Guitar Man, he's so creative. And I was like, man, imagine just like taking the time to edit like that or this or that. And the big appeal of it was never like that it was a production. It was that the opposite. It was that it wasn't a production. It wasn't this big thing that was out of reach. And that cycles back to Smosh. And if you don't know, Smosh is this channel that started in 2006, and it was just two friends goofing around. And it was the biggest channel on YouTube. So over the years, it just got bigger and bigger. And they added team members until it became like very corporate. You know, it was very overproduced, very corporate. One of them left, and now he's back after like 8 years, and they're bringing back the channel to its roots. And this is fun to hear. But I was watching Anthony Padilla's, as Anthony and Ian are the two owners of Smosh, and I was watching Anthony Padilla's interview with Ian, and they talked about getting back into making skits because they both pivoted to this long form, drawn out content. And they said like it's impractical on YouTube because skits cost thousands of dollars to make each and take all day to shoot. And I worry hearing that they might be missing the mark because I think when people want to see old Smosh, they're not talking about that middle era where they were like doing the Assassin's Creed rap with tons of extras and tons of lights and cameras. I don't think people were like, oh, I want to see them do expensive stuff. I think they were talking about like grab your camera again and goof around and take us back to that I can do this feeling, you know, like take us back to that simple time in YouTube. Because no, they don't. There's truth in their statement. YouTube does not incentivize high effort short form content. It makes no sense to be on this platform and putting tons of effort into shooting and editing something that'll wind up being 3 to 8 minutes, you know, because you can't put mid rolls, so therefore YouTube does not push it. YouTube is pushing watch time. Like I met with somebody at YouTube and they told me watch time is king. And if you're making short stuff, you're gonna get less watch time and therefore you'll be pushed less. And right now, we're seeing an absolute takeover of commentary channels. And I just clowned on it a little with Drew. And there's many of them that I'm like, hey, good for them. I enjoy their content. But commentary channels are just taking over because it's so easy to sit down, talk for an hour, edit that into a watchable 40 minutes, and just add enough little pictures or details. It's like such a quick, easy thing to do. And like if I could dominate that space if I wanted to, but I like doing high effort, short stuff because I feel like that is where creativity thrives and it's where YouTube really inspired me, you know, seeing the animations back in the day, like Charlie the Unicorn, like that took a lot of time, or Syriac and all his crazy animations, and Mystery Guitar Man again. Just this high effort, creative, short form stuff. You know, YouTube has a place for long stuff and it's always going to be there, but it's a shame to see that stuff falling to the wayside or that stuff not getting the recognition it deserves. So that's the truth in what Smosh is saying. Yeah, short form, high effort stuff is really decentivized on YouTube. But the untruth of it is skits and shorts don't cost thousands of dollars every time. I upload a short every week. and I think they look good, sound good, they're high quality, but I'm just operating in like a small production level. I'm like, what do I have at hand? Which locations, which friends are around? We act in each other's stuff, we just help each other out. And yeah, all my videos for the most part cost $0 unless there's like an off chance I buy like a costume or something. And they only take a couple hours to shoot because we've gotten good at improvising and being efficient, not killing time, not having too many chefs. And I just heard them say that, and it concerned me a little because I feel like this is something I want to fight for. I want to fight for short form creative filmmaking and creative editing and creative animating on YouTube, because that is a dying thing, and they're right that is definitely not pushed, but I don't think it's impossible. It's definitely possible to do just for fun. It's hard to do, and hard to get to the point where you could support yourself with it for sure, but it's definitely not impossible, and it definitely doesn't cost thousands of dollars every time to make something great. I think that was kind of misleading, and I stopped watching Smosh before they got really corporate, but the joy of Smosh was never that they were the best, funniest guys in the world. You're not watching the smartest, most clever comedians make stuff. You're just watching two friends goof around, and that's kind of YouTube in general. That's the beauty of YouTube. Anyone with the drive and passion and a couple ideas and then the little final ingredient of luck can kind of find their place, and it's not like this idealized American dream. Not everyone's going to succeed, not everyone's going to stay up forever, but you can make and you can share that creation, and you could enjoy other people's, and that's the beauty of it. And yeah, I just hope Smosh, I think maybe I've outgrown their humor, so I'm not like dying to watch their new stuff. I'm curious, but I hope they can encourage people like they used to back in the day, because seeing them and everyone make videos in the early days of YouTube was so encouraging to me. And if they have fun making more produced stuff and that's what they like to make, that's great for them. I don't want to say it's wrong, but I just feel like they could, once again, they're in a position to uplift and push this high effort short form content that I feel like is being left behind. And I don't want that high effort to look like money. I want that high effort to look like effort of ideas and editing and just being creative and funny and putting creative effort into it rather than just production effort. But we'll see. But this was a very random ramble, but it definitely ties very closely to how I make my films and how I've grown as a filmmaker. So yeah, thanks for watching. I love you guys. I love YouTube despite everything, and I love movies. Have a nice day.